sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Sippin', I'm sippin', I'm sippin', I'm sippin', I'm sippin', I'm sippin', I'm sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I'm here with Saf.
I'm in the building. Yo.
Hey.
And we got my guy Illadel here, man.
What's good?
What's up with you?
I'm good, bro. Working. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
Building
I see that.
the team, bro.
Absolutely. What's the team consisting of? Let's get right to it.
I got a few homies that's actually booking paid gigs for me right now.
Necessary.
Got a few potential managers that's kind of helping out with the situation as well.
Dope.
And then we building the band, from scratch. So we actually adding the pieces one by one. So
how many pieces you trying to do? What's the goal?
Right now we got drums, guitar, bass already. Now I'm really looking for a piano and maybe a trumpet or something like that.
Word.
Does it kind of give it a different feel? You know what I'm saying? Because we already got the foundation. Just trying to really just add the aesthetic with the extra instruments. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. And it's crazy because you already was giving dope performances live. So now you just adding to it. But it's funny because he hit me up like, you know what, I'm ready to do the pod again now. Yeah. So he got something up his sleeve, man. You know what I mean? like I already know you. You a humble brother. So when you hit me and say it's coming, where we at? What's about to happen?
All right. So Downtown Mark just dropped in October. I'm really trying to really push the album. So I really wanted to wait until I actually had something to actually give the people before I actually came.
Okay, all right.
And when we did Dell, when we was at Underground Arts,
dope.
That was like kind of new for me to get back on the interview thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I got the project out. I really just want to push that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta come through glocawear on a Friday too, man. When you get some time, for real.
Yeah, I see y'all. Y'all be doing y'all thing. You know
we have a good time, man.
Friday is always a good time.
Yeah, I love like this that raw energy. You know what I'm saying, that y'all bring too.
I appreciate that, but that's what it's about for me. It's like I really feel like how I used to feel back in the day when I'm in them rooms. You know what I mean? Now everything is so cookie cutter and everything's politically correct. And it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's too many people that's insecure, and I like being around the energy we grew up around.
So that's the thing, right? You see these people who like live with these like personas. They try to carry these drones on a consistent basis, but then after that, like they can't hold it up. You see these people have these mental breakdowns right in front of you, and it's like relax, yo, it's okay, like just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like try to portray yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
The problem they had, they were expending so much energy on trying to be something that they weren't, because it's actually you, it's organic, and it's not really exerting that much energy. You just exerting energy in other things rather than attempting to be something that you're not.
And then that's sort of when things come off more natural, and it's like a thing for me was always just nurturing relationships as I got more knowledge and started to learn myself, like who I was.
My God.
Which is most important.
Yeah, so it's like, yo,
that's so key to me.
Okay, yeah, I'm perfecting my stage performance, but I need to perfect, like, you know what I'm saying, actually, like, really, you know what I mean, building relationships with the right individuals, and I'm not just
strengthening that network.
Yeah, like, who are you when you get off stage, pretty much, to make a long story short. That's more important, I feel like, than, like, you know what I mean, you can.
Well, that'll show you who you could progress with.
Yeah, and then how far you gonna go, and who gonna come out to see you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And building those networks, building those relationships are going to help you get on more stages and progress even further, like you were saying. So it's really important. That's something I speak to with a lot of our guests. It's something that's really important in personal and professional aspects is building relationships and communication. That's just something that's essential. When people don't really understand, I don't think they understand how critical it is. So that's dope that you like.
It's having that humble spirit. Like you gotta be humble and open and ready to learn from every situation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that these people are as arrogant or as cocky as they put on. I think it's a defense mechanism.
It is.
I think that I built this so that I could survive. I could feel comfortable in these rooms. Anything outside of that, I might look vulnerable. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we've been around everybody. We've been backstage everywhere and all of that. Them folks, man, they back there chopping it up. I don't care how much they watch cost, how many chains they got on. If they in the mix and they see people that's in the mix, they mixing. Yeah. The people that's being standoffish, they scared to get in the mix. Yeah. You too good to get in the mix.
But it's the thing, because they hiding who they truly is, and they afraid you might see them for who they really are.
They might crack. Their voice might crack.
That's why they don't like this. They try and keep you away. Because it's like this. Certain people you meet can kind of just see through that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That people try to like portray.
Absolutely.
And for like certain people give off that energy,
Mm-hmm.
and those who they know they can't really get away with murder with,
Right,
they kind of
right,
try to
right,
stay away from.
Right.
Because like you said, energy is everything, right? It can be somebody that could walk in a room right now and then the whole room will clear out,
Right.
depending on what type of spirit
Energy,
that
right.
person possess. You know what I'm saying?
And you see that in situations like this all the time. Like, we'll all be sitting somewhere drinking, kicking it, everybody having a good time.
Yeah.
If somebody came in from work, had a horrible day, they probably walk in on their phone, snapping,
Yeah.
sit down, talking to the bartender crazy or whatever,
Yeah.
and you just like, you know, we was just all vibing, right?
Right.
Like you don't want to say it because you don't know where people at nowadays.
Yeah.
But in your head, you just
It's like when the
yo,
record stop, like,
Right,
we
like,
was
hold up.
Gucci.
Like, really?
We were great. You just came
Right.
in here and made everybody want to pay their tag.
Yo, be
Right,
out.
right,
That's
right.
crazy.
Right.
And that's the thing. So, saying what you said, feeding off that, you really gotta protect your energy
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and who you choose to actually work with, who you actually choose to surround yourself with.
I've been blessed in that aspect to the point where, like,
Yeah.
when you're young, you pick your friends a certain way.
Yeah, of
when
course.
you get into this industry, it's like an influx of people you have to deal with so quick as an adult.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
don't get to see where these people came from. You don't get to really build with them.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like just really go off of energy. But I've been blessed to have people like Del, Suzanne,
Yeah.
Safia that introduced me to quality people. That
Yeah.
like I know that if they say, yo, there's somebody worth you talking to,
Yeah.
then I know they worth talking to.
And they got integrity. These people who got integrity. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like, I know for sure, like, Dell ain't never take no weirdo deal where, you know what I'm saying, or compromise anything.
Right, right,
And
right.
You know what
salute
I'm
and
saying? Always stay
congratulations to
true
Del
to that.
too while we talking about the
Yeah.
brother, man. It's been a good year for Del. He
Yeah,
been
shout out, bro.
knocking down every opportunity he's supposed to, and that's dope.
Right.
And I,
That's all I want, man.
and I was watching, bro, over the course of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen, like, the progression. He put me on, like, different stages, and he introduced me to different people. and
Because
shit
y'all
like
had
that.
records for a while now.
Yeah, we been performing hip-hop to infinity for 5 years now. I dropped it in 2014.
Wow.
We still was performing that joint.
It's still killing
go.
it. It's
I
a
still
blessing.
perform a lot with the band. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But good music is good music,
Yeah,
and it's
it really
timeless.
lasts. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like I always say, artists, we get caught up in that's old. But it's old to whoever heard it back then.
It's like this. I only got 1,400 followers.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 million of what? 4 million people in Philadelphia. I ain't do shit yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot
I
more
didn't
people
do
that
it
need to hear
either.
that record. There's a lot more people that would appreciate that
Right, that's what
record.
I'm saying, but you on your way.
I got 1,000 views or 1K, 5K.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I reach?
Still got work to do.
Still work to do, and we don't work our records enough because we get tired of it. I feel like as artists, but I feel like
It
you
gets
really,
redundant,
yeah.
but when that energy is there, sometimes it don't matter. Like
'Cause it-
you might not want to hear it between shows, but when they react to it,
Right.
oh, that's
Because, bro,
classic every
it's
time.
about quality. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? End of the day,
Right.
it's all
for
about
sure.
quality,
Absolutely.
and it's like, you know, trying to just pump out music like how these artists do now, and it's so microwave because they're not really putting the time and energy behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
You look at like the best albums, it takes some time. It might take a year. It might take 5 years.
Mm.
You know
The
what I'm
artists
saying?
that we get frustrated with
Yeah.
make the best music
the
most
best
of the time.
music.
You only get once in a while you get somebody that could do with a Busta Rhymes or a DMX or I guess nowadays the Baby, where you could put out multiple projects of
Right.
quality back to back.
Right.
But it's also a different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It's a different soul to it.
Yeah,
I think
So-
speaking of the baby, like I feel like you got to be different. I feel like you found your own. It's like you got to be different. You got to have your own way of attacking and execution.
exactly,
right?
because it's saturated.
For
Like,
sure.
everybody sound the same.
But let's talk about
wear
that.
the
Let's talk
same
about where
thing.
that starts at. Where did your identity come in your music?
It came from failure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Having to figure out what's next in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Feel like, you know, naturally my voice always was a strong part about me.
Right,
Uh,
which is important.
Then tapping into like how I got here, like this on this earth.
Mhm.
When I was born, I had the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like purpose there, knowing I still got a voice and that it's still strong, and that even like how I think and
I
like
mean, you skipped the part that you survived. but
yeah, I
Right.
survived, right?
You're supposed to be here.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
your
So
voice
it's
is supposed to
purpose.
be that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I feel like that's where I found my artistry at over the course of time. Like when I was a kid, I always loved conscious music. Now I think about it. I used to listen to Michael Jackson all the time.
Right, right,
I had the glove, I had the socks on.
You want
They
to
knew me as little
Right,
Michael
we all
Jackson
did.
down the bottom and shit like that.
Little
rat.
Mike.
That's
You know what I'm
what's
saying? So
That's
I used to
what's
walk around with the socks on, all that, like high waters. That was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But really think about it now, listen to that music, I realized Michael Jackson really was on his conscious joint.
Yeah,
sure.
messages in them,
So
in
when
them
I
hits.
when I tapped into that as an artist and I tried to compromise as far as like my sound, trying to make a song for radio or song for women or whatever it is, and just stay true to myself. That's when the
Genuine,
best
organic.
music came up. Yeah,
Right.
best music came out.
Well, we
Right,
ran
right,
into
Downtown
a
Mark
period.
this time around.
We ran into a period on rap music where it was like, if you're gonna put out a project, you got to cover the club, the streets, the women, the this.
Yeah.
And it was just like nobody was being genuine. There's
Nah.
200 songs that we probably should have heard that we didn't hear because they had to put them 3 on there,
You're right.
and
Even
4 on there.
you're right. Even the way it was labeled, like this is my club banger, like this my street
Because
joint.
it gets
This
stressed
my
to you
ladies
like that.
joint. Like
No artist wants to do that.
I know.
They put you in that
And
box
for
and
sure,
you start believing
absolutely.
it.
All the way, put
For
you right in the
sure.
box. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, and that's why again, back to my last comment, it's important to be uniquely you, right, and just be who you want to be and organic, and be in your own like lane. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it gets too normal and common when you fit to the standards. Like
And I feel like the stuff that
It's not
people
creative
grab
anymore.
into is original.
Mhm.
It's the original stuff. Granted, you might
Right.
find some people who might clout chase and might be them one-hit wonders that just get on off the sound.
Yeah.
But the people who have long shelf life really, you know what I'm saying, is them true selves, and they come across in the music.
And
Like
I'm
when
pretty
Missy Elliott, when we first heard Missy Elliott, when we first heard a lot of different artists, it's like, yo, you unique to yourself.
Right.
I want to see more of that. I want more of that. You know what I'm saying? And
Missy had to convince
think
me.
about how
and she
long
did a great
shelf
job
life she
of it.
had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she was original.
Missy gonna be around forever.
That's what I'm saying.
She's super good.
Because it's like,
sure.
can't nobody be you better than you.
Yep. That's my Nas argument.
yo, I always
That's
say
my
that.
Nas
You know what I'm
argument.
saying?
I always say
Whatever
it's
weak
not no
spot
more-
Nas ever had was when he was trying to do something other than Nas.
for sure.
It's
Because
be
can't
Nas,
nobody
bro.
out Nas it being Nas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be you. And like, what do people love you for? You know what I'm saying? Long as you can, you know, reconstruct things or whatever, but long as you stay with it.
And you can try things, but stay in your pocket.
Stay in that pocket. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
How do you, with so much, and maybe it's not pressure, but with so much pressure to maybe stick to that box, how do you find it, or how do you stay to yourself and stay true to yourself and be your own organic self and your creative self and not in that box?
Do you not listen to other music? Do you?
Nah, my music selection is like real vast. You know what I'm saying? I don't, hey, what's going
How you
on?
doing? Good to see you
What's
again.
up, bro? Yo.
Yo,
I don't
shout out
necessarily,
OLF, man.
You know what I mean? Shout out, bro. I don't really discriminate to music per se. I like what I like.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I always have my own mind though, and I
Word.
always go with my gut feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it ain't comfortable for me, or my gut not really necessarily, or my spirit not really working with whatever is going on, then I just won't do it. Because my happiness and me being comfortable with myself is like the best thing. So I try not to really worry about what anybody do. I'm like, yo, what people not doing, and that's where
Right.
I'm going.
Right,
I
right.
figure out where the hole is in the market, and then I'm like, that's
Is it
what I
hard for you to
attack it.
find production that way?
Nah, because I really started making production out of necessity. And I
Right.
made, like, bro, I built this off my phone, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally
Right,
making
right.
beats off my phone. That's how I built my fan base.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
say
hard.
that.
Out of necessity, not even
Right.
having no songs out.
Yeah.
Just staying consistent, open mic after open mic, whether it's 2 to 500, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we end up building the team that way. End up
See?
building the band that way.
And that's what's dope, because now it's at a point where you talking about a band.
Right,
You know what I mean?
How
Like
many
progression.
underground artists?
Right.
How many
Progression
underground
is
artists?
a progression, man.
right. And you first
Bands
of all,
ain't
a lot,
cheap.
Right. I was about to say, you know what comes with a band? Like not only that they're not cheap, but again, that's your uniqueness. Like not a lot of artists are doing it.
And
you
that's
know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
rehearsals.
Yeah, a lot of
Jam
rehearsals.
sessions.
Collaboration.
But then we gotta believe in each other.
Absolutely.
End of the day, it's like, yo, do we see the larger goal at hand? Like, yo, what's the end goal? Are we all gonna invest in that? And that's important, but not to. It's normally pay to play.
Right.
But like
Absolutely.
these, like I said this before in a prior interview, it's like these is like my actual like starting to grow to be my family.
Right.
And we compensate in other ways. It's a
Yeah.
barter system that always works itself out. So we never really missing
Which
out
is
on
perfect,
anything, or
yeah.
nobody really losing anything.
Right. Hold
Yeah.
up. You said something a few minutes ago that really was real close to me, something I always think about. But you said, like, you see what people are doing over here, and you be like, no, I'm going this way, right?
Yeah.
So even from high school, like my quote in my high school yearbook was, do not follow where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail, right? And you just said that. And it's just like, yo, I identify with that and I resonate with that because I've never been a follower, right?
Yeah.
So it's important for you, for anybody to get where they not, you got to be in your own lane,
Right.
right? So I just wanted to just make that connection because that was real dope.
And
Like,
early on as an artist, I was a follower. That was the music I was making.
But you gotta find your voice.
You gotta find right, and it's like, of course, I'm influenced by the music I listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I try to, over the course of time, I just took little things from different artists, like Lil Wayne per se. That's like one of my favorite artists for sure. It still is. But for me, I know Wayne get away with murder just on how he say things.
Bro.
Right.
Every bar not hot. You know what I mean? It's not. You know what I'm saying?
He
But
falls into the Eminem bag of, I can make words rhyme.
Right.
And not say nothing
and not
for 5
say
minutes.
nothing for 5 minutes. You can have bar for bar for bar for
And
bar.
Fab do that sometimes too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So me knowing that, I'm like, yo, how I put my inflections in my voice and how I say things.
Right, the delivery.
The delivery
Tone,
is important. All
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? And me
You gotta learn your
trying
sound.
different flows, I'm like, man, I need to just stay more in pocket with my voice. I don't need to do as much tweaking if it ain't needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was doubling, having them double shit. My voice carries like a mother. What am I yelling over me
I
for?
don't know.
So I'm saying, even with the recording process, when we record, like my records is just one track, and then if I ad-lib, that's what it is. So it's easier for the engineer to even, you know what I'm saying,
Tweak it, and
cut the sound
and it's
out in
easier to
between.
reduplicate live.
Right.
It's nothing, bro. You can just take my verses out and just keep my lyrics.
Because that's a lot of
It's
people's
just
problem.
Clean. It's clean. This record's clean recording, so it ain't too much work.
A lot of people had the problem of they started using the technology so much that when they got live, don't even sound like you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's another thing that kind of
When you talking about what he talking about,
yeah,
you needed to sound like that over
Clean,
the band.
crisp.
sound like your record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can have a dope song, but if you can't perform that you just a studio rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, auto-tune ain't gonna save everybody.
At all.
Unless you, what's the boy name? Travis Scott, and you got that microphone, bro.
Yeah, him and Amigos. They got
That
it.
reverb only gonna save you but so much on that mic, bro.
Right.
You gotta be
And
able to
mind
have a
you,
voice.
you have to kill that lane because when the wave is over, you know what I mean? Because like it's big, but we don't know if that's going to last another 3 years or 10 years.
Right.
And Migos are great at it. There's elites. But imagine these kids that's coming up thinking they're going to be able to do that. It's going to be over by the time they get into the game.
Yeah, because it was interesting a few years back. It was definitely auto-tune. So it's just interesting that
Well,
Migos and Travis brought it back.
What happened was a few artists learned how to auto-tune better. They learned how to really use it. Like I'm not, I don't defend, I don't even negate it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you could tell the difference between when T-Pain first did it and it sounded like Roger, you know what I mean?
The boy,
Yeah, and then now
when
it's
Future
like
did it, from when Wayne did it, from when
you
Kanye
just watch
did
the
it.
progression.
They used different chords, like different, you know what I'm saying, auto tunes and kind of just made it into their own. But
And then Migos basically did the Lost Boy shit with auto tune. If you listen,
Wow, I
it's
ain't never even
Freaky
thought about it that
Ty
way.
yelling behind Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah.
If you really listen to
and
it.
that's what you think about what they did. They took like Bone Thugs and Harmony, a lot of different things from the outside and kind of made it a package. Cause they like a doo-wop type of group for real. How they ad-lib, just the musicality behind it. Granted, it's not the best.
And Takeoff raps.
Yeah, they really be on some like they really feed off each other. They really like a group. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah.
It's very dope, and like I salute them. I'm not saying that at all, but it's just crazy because, like you said, there was a time where it was dying out, but these little motherfuckers went in the lab and figured out how to juice it. Like
it's the thing.
And melodies sell overseas.
Yeah.
But
If
back to
nobody
what you
understands
said-
the words you're saying, they know a melody.
Yeah.
But back to what you said, I'm just thinking about longevity and sustainability. Like they figured out how to juice it, but it ain't. But so much juice you gonna get out of a grape.
Yeah,
like I'm just saying.
But then this the thing too.
But
Even
they're
with
elite, so they'll
with the
still
music,
be able to perform those number 1, number 2, number 3 hits forever.
But this thing about music, like your voice is an instrument in itself, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So you think about Migos, you think about all these auto-tune rappers and these
Young
artists
Thug.
that come out, right? They playing as the horn instrument.
Through their voice.
They the horn.
Listen to that Rick Ross song
It's
with
a
Young
horn.
Thug.
If you can compare a horn to their voice, and that's
You're
how
right.
a horn would play.
You're right.
As far as the flow that they use. So it's a science even deeper
All right.
than, you know what I'm saying?
You rock with bands. Explain this.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand this. Even when you rap, you have to rap in key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
So them using their voice as an instrument isn't far-fetched. Like to emulate
That's
a
a
horn
talent,
sound,
yo.
Right.
depending on your tone,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
And
Right,
keep it
it does.
consistent.
Makes sense.
It does. It
Because
does.
sometimes when they use that auto-tune mic, it can get sloppy.
It can get real
if they ain't
crazy.
on point with it.
Mm-hmm.
You be
You
like,
have to know-
they don't
if you
sound
ever
right.
been
That
to-
ain't the
if
right
you ever
key.
been in the studio and you want something auto-tuned, the engineer, if they not sure, will ask you, well, what key are you in?
Yep. 9
9 out of 10 motherfuckers is like, yo,
'Cause it's going-
Most of them don't know keys though.
I only
Most
seen
of
a
them don't
couple
know
bulls
music.
be like, I think I'm at a such and such flat, right in between there and that.
Right.
And the engineer be right on it, and the playback be just about there when the first time.
But see,
you know what I mean?
how the auto-tune work is, you gonna hear it if it sound right or not. So whatever your tone is, whatever your key is, if they don't find it, the track would never sound
never
right.
gonna sound right.
You know
It
what I'm
has
saying?
to match.
You gotta
it's
match
too
the key.
enhanced.
For
It's
sure.
not-
And it's
you can't
different
put
for
you
all
there.
of us.
I mean, it's just like singing on key. You know what I mean? Same thing.
No,
No,
but
rap.
people think that like when it comes to rap, like that's not a part of it. Like this shit is just
It's
as
levels,
artistic
man.
as any other form of music. It's just that we get to steal a lot of people beats and do shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's not. It ain't much different, yo. You really gotta like, if you hear a certain tone and if you hear a certain beat, you have to figure out your perfect tone for that beat.
Nah,
you
for
have
sure.
to figure out how to cut through it, or go right here, or go like your angle on it
Right.
to make a great joint.
Right.
Nah, rap.
But a couple things that I wanted to
But
point
timing
on.
is important with all that too.
Yeah.
We talk about
Tone.
working music, like you said, 5 years of performing the same thing. One example I use, Fetty Wap,
Yeah.
Trap Queen, 3-4 years straight performing that joint.
Yeah.
You heard Trap Queen, you know
Yeah.
it was a hit
Yeah.
the first time you heard it, right?
Yeah, I ain't like. I'm be real.
No, not that you like it. You knew it was gonna go. You knew the people was
Yeah, I
gonna
knew
go
they was
for
gonna
it.
eat it up.
You
Just like
knew it,
Tony
'cause we
Montana, I
know-
knew Tony Montana was gonna go when I first
Like,
heard it.
Right.
like it's not about us liking it. We
Yeah,
do this so
overstood.
much, and we
Overstood.
know so many people that do dope shit that
Right.
you know
Right.
certain shit is like, oh, that's a
That's
go.
it.
Yeah, just on the
That's
strength
what
of
they
where it's
like.
at. Yeah.
That's what they into.
Yeah.
He rung off 6 after that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to give yourself a chance.
Right.
That's one of the things I wanted to say. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Consistency
And then-
is super major.
Then too, bro shot the whole load. I feel like he had
Probably
like
did.
all these hits. And then he dropped the load.
Well, then he started making babies.
Yeah, that too. But it's like even with the business structure, when you get out there, I feel like, and you reach a certain point, you got that hit single. Like think about what Cardi did. She rode that month until she couldn't no more. The album dropped. Then you had a whole new product, right?
I feel like when you hit that point, you do the Lil Wayne and just lock
You
yourself
can
in.
either go single route and kill them off singles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For a couple years, just keep dropping singles and that's it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you had your fair share, but you know everybody really there to hear those singles. But it's like, yo, I feel like the longevity where it come in at when you reach that point is you got to really be careful with like just putting all your work out. You don't want to show all your cards. Like you just putting your whole hand in.
Yeah, but I want a whole project too. Like
That
I don't
too.
I don't want all your singles.
Exactly.
Like I want a complete
Well,
project.
we're in a single
within
age.
time though.
Yeah.
You know,
We're in
Yeah.
a single age.
Yeah.
A lot of 2-packs coming out and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
EPs are actually dying down.
Right.
It's getting weird.
But-
so you could work the single game,
Yeah.
like he said.
Yeah.
I mean, give me an eight
Eight,
piece.
yeah,
you know what I
seven
mean?
or something.
Seven. Like Whip Ye did a 7. Give me
Yeah.
give me 7
Yeah.
at least. I
Yeah.
can't do the 1 or 2. Like that's not enough. It's not
Well,
giving me
see,
my groove because
that
I'm on
makes me
something
start
else at
wondering
this
about
time.
what people label deals was though.
And it's the thing.
But I also feel like it's a people attention span. I feel like this goes back
And
to
that's exactly what it is. So a couple years back, I was like already like peeping that videos is getting shorter, music is getting shorter, so the attention span is shorter. Now it's about replay value, right? So if you only got a single and that's only your only record, and especially with the amount of songs that these artists drop, it's only to get paid. Like if it's streaming, the more songs you got out streaming and working, that's why you might have an artist drop 30 tracks, or you know what I mean, if they just
That's what Chris
worrying
Brown
about
been
the
working.
replay value
Right.
and just focus on whatever, like Jay-Z did, Beach is Better.
Right,
That was
right.
48 seconds or some shit like that.
Right.
He performed that shit like 10 times at one show, back to back to back, because that was all he gave you.
Right,
But
right,
think
right.
about how much replay value it made online and on like YouTube, or how much it streamed because it was so short. So people realized that attention span is shorter, so they
Right.
capitalize off of it because it's about the replay value.
Right. But then that takes it all the way back to the original point that you better have on. You better be, if you're doing auto-tune or anything, you better be
Yeah.
on pitch and on key so you
Yeah.
can get these shows and get this money when you're rocking these shows.
And don't shoot your load ever.
Right, because you got a lot of resources, you got a lot of lanes, right? You
Yeah.
got a lot of different avenues to make your
Yeah.
money off of.
Yeah.
But you better be right when you're in the studio. I feel like it all goes back to that.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah. That's official.
Yeah.
No, that was a great answer too. You
Yeah.
pretty much covered it.
Right.
Because it's crazy. Because like now I'm hearing about albums where it's 7 songs, it's 5-minute albums. Some, like they just
I
giving
can't.
you
I can't though.
snippets
I'm
and
not
vibes,
with that.
like-
Yeah. You want more.
I need more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can get too much. But it's like, see, I guess with music itself is opinionated anyway.
For sure.
So we all got our picks for what we want.
Yeah.
Because
You
it's
know what I'm
art.
saying? It's art, right? So we consume
But
it
it put me in a
different.
mood, so I can't be in a 5-minute mood.
Yeah.
I need to be in a 35, 48-minute
Yeah.
mood because I listen to whole projects. I'm
Yeah.
not. Some people just listen to the radio song or whatever song they know,
Yeah.
whatever one song they know by an artist, right?
Yeah.
They might see you perform and just get your album
Yeah.
and listen to that one song.
Yeah.
I listen to whole projects. I
Right.
try to figure out where their mind was and was it a strategy? Are they really trying to tell us something through the, through the artistry and through the story? Like that's how I am. So I need more than 5 minutes.
No, all day.
Where I'm gonna get in 5 minutes?
No,
Like,
But see,
real
this is
talk,
the
though.
problem, man. We old.
Stop it.
We old, and I know we on camera, and I ain't supposed to say
Stop
it, but like in comparison to who most of them are making the music for, because we know the market with the most free money is high school, college, that age group.
Yeah.
They don't have bills, they don't have a bunch of responsibilities. They buying music, going to concerts, and doing all of that, buying T-shirts and hoodies every other day.
But so since we're in the microwave era, though, it make all the more sense why they make the music the way that they
It
do.
makes sense. I'm just not
Right?
with
Because
it.
it's all
We seen it
everything
coming. We
not-
saw it go there.
Yeah, everything not microwave. It is some good in it, but mass majority of it is microwaves. Hence why it takes so long. It takes so short
Go
a
so
time to
fast,
record, and it's so short a time that these guys even last.
And
with
it's
these,
no real substance
No.
most of the
Now
time.
we traveling dangerously close to somewhere that I never want to go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because it comes to the point where it's like
Yeah.
when it all right,
It's strategy
microwave-
more so than changing. It's just the time that we in, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
You
it
know
does
what I'm
make
saying?
sense. It does make sense, but I don't want it to seem like we get it. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
understand it, but I don't want it to feel like it's one of those things where to each his own. It's your art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's your art. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But I
Yeah.
like your art, and I want to hear it for more than 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
But this is what I'm saying. So I'm all in, like, even with this album with Downtown Mark, I kind of like changed the structure, like how the music normally go for what we
Okay.
used to listening to. So we used to hook, verse, hook,
Right,
or
right.
verse, hook, verse, however, whatever it go. I'm more so like, yo, let me do 16 or a 64 and have like eight bar bridge or something like that that's going on the outro, or like I might spit 8 and then there's a hook and then I spit a 16 and then there's a hook.
Right,
I'm
right,
trying
right.
to
So you
shift.
can't
But there's
predict
no
it.
wrong-
It ain't
There's no
predictable,
wrong way
and
to
yeah,
format it.
right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now it just makes sense for the time we're in. We all know the attention span is shorter, hence why the artist is doing that marketing wise, putting them type of albums out. So it makes sense business wise. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm already heard up. I can work out to that joint. He
Yeah,
like
I'm sa-
16,
Yeah.
64. I'm about to be in the joint.
Yeah.
Like, killing it to that. Wait a minute.
No, but I mean, when you listen to the greats, you listen to Outkast, you
Yeah.
listen to Wu-Tang.
You know what I mean?
Wu-Tang is a great example because you got 10 motherfuckers on the track and nobody spit the same amount
No,
of
no.
bars. Somebody spit a
nobody
half
got
a
the
bar,
same
somebody
flow.
got 4 off, somebody
Right.
got 16 off, somebody got an 8 off,
Right.
and it's all in it. As long as RZA did this
Yeah.
and this,
It's
Right,
about
right,
the
right.
structure. The
it's
structure
all
of
good.
it.
There's
Long
no
as it-
right way to do
long as
it.
it sonically
It has to
like,
sound right.
I
Yeah,
agree. They're the
yeah.
best. That's a great
There's
example.
no right way to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we see from certain people. That's what we see from certain producers. Kanye don't want to beat the sound the same for more than a minute and 30 seconds no more. Where there was a time where he only was worried about if it changed on his verse.
Yeah.
Remember when he was cheating?
Yeah. Yo,
You remember that?
that's what I'm saying.
That's funny.
And that's
That's
it.
funny.
No,
That's
I
a real
mean, when
thing,
you
bro.
know music, when you be in them studios, you know what dudes is doing. And if it sound great, cool. You
Yeah.
can't be mad at it. But I can also tell you exactly what he did
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Right, right, right.
And I can tell you that nobody else on that song knew that was about to happen.
Right, right.
That's not the
you study.
version they got.
Yeah, like you said, you know music, so you can really tell what's going on behind the scenes. You don't have to necessarily be there. You can hear it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For
Pull your
sure.
mic up a little bit because you keep touching
Oh,
your
word,
shit.
word. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So, as far as this project, the one you promoting now, how long did you work on this one?
About a year.
I was going to ask
About
that.
a year, yeah. I was performing, so I made beats off my phone. I didn't necessarily record them. I was just trying records out. So all these open mics, I would swap verses out, swap hooks out. I would write new and
I like
add
that.
on, and I'm testing them out at the open mics to see what works with people like and what they don't like.
He's doing what people do with the internet in real life.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, because you
I
know,
like
it stay there, and it ain't sitting on the internet. I mean, granted, you can see whatever story, but it stay in that room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can
Word.
see what's going on, and
It's
that's
like
how
stand-up.
that's how I created the album.
Yes.
So I pieced it together based off of how different
You a
shows
deep
and,
ball,
that-
man.
and how they react to that. You know what I'm saying?
You a deep ball, man.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
to be able to even, like, I have a hard enough time memorizing the verses that I'm keeping.
Yeah, yeah.
You swapping and rotating live
Yo,
in
we
between joints, like,
we did a show. We was in the car. Me and Bean was in the car, and we was at Forest Studios. It was with Dice and them. It was a Square Root event.
you're right.
And I'm going over the music, and I'm like, yo, I just got this new beat from the homie. I'm like, yo, the tempo is the same as far as like a record I had prior. So I wrote something already that was just for that song, and then I just added it just while we was in the car, right? They knock on the door like, yo, it's time for y'all to go on. And I'm like, oh, all right, yo, we out. Like, we go in there, right? I perform the song, and they love it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's it. That's the
So
song,
we sticking
bro.
with this. That's what's going there.
Yeah, right. And I was piecing it, like, you know what I mean, wherever I could piece
Right.
it, and it really just started coming together over the course of time.
But that means that you really know this music thing, you know the art of it,
Yeah.
and that you good at arranging.
Yeah.
And arrangements is something that's slept on, especially when it comes to groups and all that.
Right.
Sometimes the guy with the pen is the arranger.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's not.
Yeah.
They are both necessary
Yo.
For
for
sure.
real.
Yeah.
For sure. It's
Yeah.
For
critical.
real, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
that's why you get those points where, like you said, 16 here, put a
Yeah.
little 8 there.
Cause
You gotta see it before you hear it.
Cause
Right.
I think about all the albums that's like sonically good, like all the way you can listen to it all the way through. A lot of the tempos,
That's what I
the
was
beat
thinking.
is
There is
same.
a
The
dark
beat,
side.
it be like the tempo is the same, but the beat not necessarily the same. But it give you the same feeling as that last record. So you like it all kind
Or
of
at least
flows,
starts
Right.
there.
right? So I did it where it's like I can swap whatever, I can flip it around, I can add this old song, or I try to keep it within the same tempo that I can swap out anything and give you something refreshing every time.
That's dope.
You know what I'm
That
You're
makes
really
saying?
a strategist. Like, you think things through.
That
Always.
means that this project is super cohesive.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
That's
And
what
even
that
the story
means.
behind it is even deeper. Like
get
my,
into it.
my uncle, he was known for robbing people downtown.
Okay.
His name was Mark or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they called him Downtown Mark.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Because
that's
all
like-
he did was rob people downtown. He never did it in the area where he was from.
Okay.
So it was like a whatever type situation. So make a long story short, he had a son that had the same name as him. He ended up killing somebody, and they ended up both going to jail for it. By him trying to save his son, they ended up both going down for it.
Oh wow.
And the story really is about like a martyr story. Like I'm giving up information, I'm giving up game, but it's like, yo, for me giving and putting myself out here and really speaking truth to power, will this end with me? Will you learn from this?
Right.
Am I doing this for nothing? So his name is pretty much just driving that based off his story, because where
Wow.
he tried to sacrifice, he tried to protect his son or look out for his son, but then they end up both going down with the, you know what I'm
There's so
saying?
many lessons in that.
Right,
There's
you
so
know what I'm
many
saying?
Parables in
Yeah,
that.
so when I'm tapping into the music, I'm tapping into my life. Like on the blues, the intro, it's called blues because of what I told y'all about my umbilical cord being wrapped around my neck.
Right.
So I started off, almost died on my birthday, West Philly, my birthplace, back when, you know what I'm saying? I started
Yeah.
off talking about that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Man. I think that's ill as hell.
And then
That
too,
story
bro.
is crazy though.
That's deep.
And I don't mean to,
About
I'm
the
sorry,
marks.
bro. I really give a fuck about what I say. And I really put like the time and I really pay attention because words is spells to me. So whatever I project, whatever I put out, I'm careful of that. And I always try to speak life more so than death. So then that's going to even go deeper. The album really is to get you to stop living outside yourself, but to start having more faith in yourself and start holding yourself more accountable for your actions and knowing your true power and knowing you in control, you know what I mean, a little bit more than you think you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If not, you know what I'm saying, more than, you know what I'm saying.
No, that's solid. I hear that.
So,
That's
yeah,
dope, man.
That's Downtown Mark in a nutshell.
That's deep. Like.
Yeah,
that's
he just
dope,
went through so
deep.
many levels.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like-
But I mean, with the way that he talks and that he explains his whole process of everything, I wouldn't really expect nothing less.
Right.
Yeah.
But stuff like that is what's worth pushing and keep pushing.
For sure.
And,
You know,
and
it's
that's
a
why I,
message
so
that has
I
to get out there.
appreciate y'all just for even giving me y'all platform, you know what I'm saying, just to help me get it out there, because the thing is like being in the city, you know, you can kind of be like left by the wayside because the market ain't been perfected yet, whereas though we on the same level as these other cities, but we are, and the history is here when you really start to dig
Yeah,
in.
for
Yeah,
infrastructure
for
now.
sure.
Like we just as much the mecca of hip hop than New York is, and that's not blasphemy to say, because we help them just as much as they help us.
Yeah.
We influence
Alright.
we influence hip hop just as strong as any other city or any other, you know what I'm saying, as ever did. It wouldn't
Absolutely.
be an Ice-T if it wasn't for Schoolie D. It wouldn't have
And
a
he
Dr.
say that
Dre.
all the time.
You
I
wouldn't
was-
have an Ice Cube. You wouldn't have none of these people.
I was talking to Eric Sermon, and he actually said that. He told me that specifically, that if it wasn't for the Philly Cats, like Philly Cats were instrumental in rap. Very
Well, it's
instrumental.
What's
real rap, like-
Rockefeller without state property?
For sure.
X most of your favorite New York rappers to name their top 3 rappers. I guarantee it's somebody from Philly in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you start getting into
It
like,
don't matter what era or
lanes,
generation either.
like, yo,
it don't
what,
matter what era or generation.
yeah, but when you say you get a battle rap, you get old school, we had it covered for
We
a
got 'em.
minute. Like the history deep.
Yeah, but we don't tap into that, and then the people who do come out, they not even knowledgeable of it, or they don't speak on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had the platform to really speak on what's going on in Philly. They ask you what's going on in Philly, and then you don't even necessarily tap into that. And then people go around like ignorant, not really knowing what's going on.
That's true.
We got all these talented artists in the city. There's no way we not like one of the like top cities that people want to come to and want to be a part of. Because it's this thing, right? We all heard this over the course of time. Yo, I'm going to head to Atlanta, and I'm going to get on.
Atlanta
it's like,
or
stop,
LA,
bro.
that's where everybody go.
Why they ain't speaking about us like that? We
For
got
sure.
just
Because
as much
we
as
don't have infrastructure.
Right.
don't
I was
have
about to
we
say
do,
that.
though, but it's like, it's up
limited.
to us, bro.
It's very limited.
It's
like,
up to us
when
to
I
set
say
the standard.
infrastructure, I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
like, you know, if you go to New York, you go to LA, you go to Atlanta,
Yeah.
you can walk in one of these studios or one of these offices and get a situation.
Oh, you're right.
But you know what? What we need
Right.
is the current
You
day
come
TSOP.
here, you gonna get good
That's what I'm saying.
competition.
But listen, if we had a current
And a janky
But hold-
promoter that's going to tax you.
right, but listen, if we had Ayo
Good
Sam,
competition.
if we had a current day TSOP, is what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
in them days Philly been on the map for a long time.
Yeah.
But if we had that now infrastructure, now with all
Yeah.
the resources that we
Yeah.
have, people be coming to Philly.
Because it's growing right now, but this the thing. And I feel like they need to get on it while it's young and while it's still growing. We got pillars who still selfish to a certain extent.
For
And
sure.
they not nurturing the talent that's coming up. So look, my homies, I know these people for sure. The scene is growing, and we supporting each other more than we was 2006,
Okay.
2005, where it was, like you said, super competition thing, and the promoters was just sucking the artists dry, just out of money, and it's with the false promotion with these fake A&Rs, and we lose venues over the course of time because of that, and then it's not quality control, and
Right.
you fucking up
You
the
breaking
business.
it all the way down.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you got people out here actually developing talent, doing artist development. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason we should have at least 3 or 4 record labels right now just on the strength of the pillars and the time that they put in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
the only
it's-
ones that we really have, shoot, one of them is in the middle of some crazy
That's
shit
what I'm
right
saying.
now. Like it's and we're not talking about major labels. We just talking about
This yeah,
just so you can get your independent grind on.
That's
or
what I'm
something.
saying, and it's here, and we got the market, and the people want it. I'm seeing it, and we supporting each other now. So he's like, you gonna have to get down with this and tap in,
At
because
some point-
before you know it, you're not gonna have the people no more, and y'all gonna be too old for the younger crowd to even feel y'all.
'Cause
They
we can
only
have the
gonna be
power.
invested into the people who invested in them.
If the artists believe in each other and we do what we're supposed to do for each other, we could take the power back like
Yeah.
when it was the 5 spot
Yeah.
and all of that shit.
But
Not
wh-
to mention Larry bringing back Industry Tuesdays is big for the city.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
people support like they supposed to. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was a look.
Yeah.
At
Right.
one point, that at least when them boys was up there not doing nothing, they knew they came down the road, they was going to see some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that helped a lot of people get at least a look.
Yeah.
Because we need all that shit because it's not here.
Nah.
The talent has always been here. The producers are here, even
Yeah,
South
yep.
Jersey. I
It's
mean, we
just
just
about-
had a couple of them in here just now. Like, they 15 minutes away.
It's
It
about
should
how
be
we
a
package it,
destination to
man.
come up here. Like,
Just gotta package it the right way. Really create a solid foundation where we support each other. Because we know it's like this. End of the day, if you know somebody dope, we know this a numbers game. It's something as simple as like, yo, bro, saying I know you got a record out, bro, on Spotify. I might not want to listen to it right now. I'm going to press play, hit the repeat. I'm going to walk out the room. I might roll up a blunt or something. Your song constantly playing on replay. Or your YouTube video is just constantly running. We got to do that for each other. You know what I'm saying? Just to boost the numbers, because it's a numbers game when we going out of town. If you don't got the numbers out of town, they like, we
That
not
was
paying
dope.
you. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope.
But it's like small that we can make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
it's like what I said before, that it's
That's
all
dope.
all forms, it's all type of forms of support. There's motherfuckers that'll post online and share
Right.
their platform with you that way. There's people that'll order the T-shirt because they know they can't make it to nothing, but they
Yeah.
want to spend their $30 with you.
Yeah.
There's people that, you know what I mean? There's all type of ways to support.
You think these
And
people not
motherfuckers
driving
ain't
these
looking to
numbers
do
up
it.
the same way for these artists?
Oh,
They
these
got a
labels
room full of
cheating.
computers just running the whole system just to run the numbers up.
The
These-
label started that bot
Come
shit.
on, man. Come
All
on,
that bot
man.
shit, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So we can do it with
It's
real
just
people
like
though.
when they used to buy 100,000 of their own albums.
Yeah.
Pad this shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Same
And
shit.
this is the thing. Like we we gotta get rid of that divide and conquer, man.
Yeah.
Cause
yeah.
it's like kind of messing it up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's as prevalent as people think it is no more. I think
Yeah.
it's literally changed, like you said.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to go for the better because at one time it was like, all right, everybody hot. At a certain point, we started realizing this business being done out here.
Yeah.
And I don't care how hot you is, how hard is you working
Yeah.
became everybody's mentality.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like for a long time, we thought like everybody we seen on the DVD was gonna go.
That was gonna go.
And then we noticed only one on went.
But the difference was, see, like I never was never really listened to like Headshots Real Tough. Well, if the homies played it, then all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because I'm around them, I'm rocking with it.
Mhm.
But when
That
I
was
was a
more of my
kid, I was always listening to albums. When I started writing, I want to make a song. It's not
Right.
about just my freestyle.
Right.
Like, everybody in Philly got bars.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this your average Joe on the street got bars because he from the city. That's our culture. But it's like, yo, you got to be, you know what I mean? Like, with the music, it's you can't really be playing around, like, with the shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't. You
So-
can't. You gotta make good. I mean, one thing I think we're underrated for is everybody makes quality albums
Yeah.
out of Philly.
Yeah,
Like-
the
Right.
longevity is in the songs, bro.
Like
That's
even
where it's at, in the
when Eve
songs.
dropped her album, you had thugs riding around to Eve,
Yo,
and it shocked me. And I knew
Right.
it was tough, but
Right,
like
right,
I'm
right.
seeing certain people pull up, like you banging Eve, skipping that one song. The Where My
Right, right.
Niggas with they skipped that, but
the
other than
difference,
that,
the
banging
difference
that
between
joint.
Meek and the rest of the Headshot, you know what I'm saying? People was they didn't
He
know
made
how to make
records.
songs. Yeah, you had to make
I told
records.
people that in the
And
beginning
that's
when
the
Tip
difference.
started
That's
talking
how-
to him.
That's
I'm
how
like,
you-
how y'all hating on it? He made records.
You just gotta make records. You had a chance. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Ain't like the
For sure.
opportunity wasn't there, but that wasn't the focus.
Right.
Our focus was battle rap. We trying to be better than the, you know what I'm saying? It's battle
Competitive,
rappers.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
everybody thought that's all he was going to do. He proved that he had another switch.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why I be like, you can't be mad at that man. And at this point, if you hating on him, you
just a
you's
hater.
fool.
Yeah.
you
Because
just
he's
a
doing the
hater.
greater good right now, as far as
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah.
So salute the
Agreed.
homie. But
Yeah.
like,
Agreed.
we seen him come up. Like, if anybody deserve to get paid for rap music, it's the kid we've been watching since he was 12 years old.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah,
like, how do
right.
you be mad at
Yeah.
that? Like, everybody got to put their hours in, everybody got to put their time in. We watched him doing that shit when niggas was too cool to tell their homies they rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing, too.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, salute to him.
Yeah, man. It's just like with the music, man. That was the difference around that time. Why bro ascended the way that he did, and I realized that. You know what I'm saying? And when I started, like I said, my whole goal was to write songs. It could be trash, but like I'm trying to figure out how I can make a song or make some type of music that people can actually resonate with.
So, how many
You know
did you
what I'm saying?
record before putting the album together?
The whole clip. That was it. The 11 tracks that's on the album. That's the 11 tracks that I
You the
recorded.
second person that said some shit like that on this podcast.
I ain't
hate
wasting
you,
no time,
motherfucker.
bro. I'm playing
Hate
with
you,
it.
motherfucker.
Why would I do 30 records and not waste
And then I use
money
them.
and time? I need to make sure it count. I need to make
Right.
sure this record gonna go.
No,
You know what I
that's
mean? Because
precision.
every word, every like little minute or second that you put your time in is important, bro. We never get this back. Like we ain't gonna never get this back. You know what I'm saying? So time is important. Who you invest your time in, and I'm what
Absolutely.
you invest your time in too.
Absolutely.
So I can't be that dude that write 100 records and all that.
Right.
Nah.
Now, see, I definitely don't think it take 100 to make a project.
But you know how it is, right? Like people
But-
had the 50 clips and then they decide out of that 50, everybody, nah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, yo, you should focus on the quality of the record. And it's like, yo, how far you this gonna go? And you A&R it like where if you confident, 100% confident in that, and you just meter this system, like what's going on out here? What people like? What sounds? What word? What cadences that people resonate with? And then you stay true within yourself. If people like it, if they don't, fuck it. Because
But
it's
you
like,
also remember that he said he was going through, he was putting them out there, he was testing them out, he was
Yeah.
still. So he did do 100, but not really 100 because he
Yeah.
ain't record 100, but he did 100.
You know what?
yeah.
I forgot that
You know what I'm
part.
saying?
I don't feel as bad no more.
It ain't the same time and energy like that you might put in if I was
Right,
just
so
recorded it. I could have
exactly.
wasted my time.
You
But
could have
his whole-
recorded all
yo-
100 of them and then had to chop it and figure. No.
It's like,
You-
bro, take that out, put that on this song, yo.
Exactly.
Now he working hard.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, this will be
Yo,
doing.
you really be thinking like everything through, yo. Like you were a strategist. Like
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
planner.
about to say. All this just adds up to everything he been saying tonight. That's how he think.
And I just feel like what we got going on, especially with the brand that I'm growing, I feel like once the world and the masses kind of get a whiff of it, it's gonna go. Cause we got like a high trajectory off of what we did from really purely nothing.
Right.
did.
Then he touched the market yet.
Yo, I
Right.
didn't even drop. I didn't drop an album yet when I did Warm Daddies in August, and we sold that joint out.
Word.
And I was they don't even have hip hop there,
Right.
and it was poetry. It was mainly poetry. You know, they only really mess with poetry and then
Right,
singing.
Right.
So because of the way my style is, I kind of got the opportunity to bring hip hop there, and it's like, yo, we sold out on the strength of that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
Yeah.
And really was driving them tickets. So I'm like, yo, I ain't even have an album yet. Now when I drop the album and people actually can get and go and get it,
Right.
And they can see me a little bit more. I didn't have a YouTube or nothing, but the numbers is constantly driving just on the strength of the music that's being put out. So I'm like, yo, now we got a structure. It had no choice but to grow. But with pieces like this, like what we doing now, is what drive it though.
Right.
And I feel like people don't even show y'all enough respect because y'all help drive the culture in the city too.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So it's important. Like y'all just isn't like it's like if I'm the engine and my tire out, I need to make sure that tire filled up with air or we ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So everybody play a part. Like you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got a part to play.
Yeah.
But like that's what you kind of touched on what I explain to people all the time too. Like there's people that want to support you. You gotta give them something to support.
Yeah.
So like you said, you gave them a show, they supported that. It's like, oh,
yeah.
So now if I give them physical music, they can support that. Now if I drop a hat on them, they gonna grab the hat. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? But you gotta give them the opportunity.
Yo, your buttons
to
is
support.
dope. Like I've been looking at these buttons the whole time I've been over here. Like yo,
the collection took some time. You know what I'm saying?
See, it's on the other side. I can't even see it.
Got my man Jack Johnson.
You got everybody. You got Jack. You got Malcolm. You got Joe Lewis. You got Peace. You got everything. Do for self. I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you heavy over there. That's what's up.
Yeah, he heavy. Music head. Like yo, he's killing it.
I put all mine on the one jacket.
You did.
That jacket's dope too. You know.
Anybody that collect them pins and them buttons, it ain't sweet.
Nah.
Not to get the ones you really want.
Yeah.
You can get all the cheesy stuff. The good ones, boy, you be looking,
you know
spending, ordering.
Right. Takes time.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just like everything else he do. He knows how he wants to be represented.
This conversation been just going full circle because you talked about that in the beginning too. It just takes time.
No, you want to be represented, man, and just like I think very similar to me, like as an artist, as a personality, I'm still me. You know what I mean? And with his art and with his personality, he's always going to still seem like the same person.
Yeah.
Because all of that other shit is too much work.
Nah, and it's the thing. Yo, I want to add something too. Even with everything growing, you cannot do it by yourself
at all.
So it's a lot of pieces that helped me get here. Like my man Bean, like Bean, like the backbone of what's going on. Because without him holding it down, the drums, you wouldn't even get that aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? That add to the performance.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's
like different pieces. Even with Josh, he came through. He a tour musician, but he sacrificed time and energy and really invested in us. So like, you know what I mean? It's like everything drives it. Like us getting from A to B. You know what I'm saying? All that. Whoever, you know what I mean? Even like people giving me the opportunity, like, yo, I believe in you, bro. I'm going to bring you here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's up to you from there.
Yeah. I mean, we can't
I
do it by
appreciate them.
ourselves.
Like, yo, whoever helped me build to this point, even no matter how small or how big, even like I said with y'all, I can't say it enough. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a problem at all, man. That's what I'm here to support motherfuckers that I believe and that I trust is going to do what they supposed to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have no problem with it. And I know you ain't even saying it from that place. You just showing appreciation. Yeah. But it's so important just to always know that it's a car. Yeah. Everybody got a part to play. You can't get there by yourself. I've been playing the SippinWitSammie podcast for 5 years. This shit started in May. Yeah. You know why? Yeah. I got the team. You know what I mean? K came along and said what she was capable of. I knew I was grabbing Saf and all of that, and it started making sense. And then I had the time also.
It's the thing, believe in the vision, bro, and y'all drive it together. Like, y'all made it happen together.
Yeah,
believe
so
in the
team
vision.
is super important, man. Yeah. Team is super important.
You think you can do it by yourself, you tripping.
Crazy.
Right.
Tripping. You go crazy as an artist trying to do it by yourself.
For sure.
And as artists, for real, we wind up in as many stages on the strength of us as we do on the strength of people that we created art with. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you got to respect that. You got to appreciate that somebody sharing whatever space of time with you and your art. And mind you, if they believe in you, they know you dope. And Mike can take some of their attention. They willing to share that.
Right.
And that's ill.
You got to get out that mentality.
We are all sensitive about our shit.
Are.
But we got to open up to motherfuckers that's trying to do what we trying to do in the right way.
Period. It's like that picture you see, that meme. When all them guys is on that boat and they kind of taking the pieces out of the boat and trying to create their own, but at the same time they are drowning. You got the dude thinking he leading, but behind him everybody kind of like, you know what I mean, taking the boat apart. And it's like, bro, we trying to get across to the, you know what I'm saying, the safe. zone, and you out here, you ruining the whole thing because you trying to build your own thing. It's like it's a time and place for everything.
Absolutely.
When you got on that island, then we can build that shit together.
Exactly.
I think the best example probably in music recently is probably what J-Rock did.
Yeah.
When J-Rock was the first person out of TDE that was lit. He had the song with Lil Wayne, all of that. And the whole time he was running around for that single, he was promoting Kendrick.
Yep.
And Kendrick was his hype man. And nobody cared about Dot like that outside of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he got hurt, Dot took off, Kendrick took off, went on, and he just supported. And then everybody else went. Four other people went, and he just chilled.
Yeah.
And when he dropped his project, it was fire.
And
one of the biggest songs of the last 3 years is Win.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he got a bunch of endorsement deals off that
song.
pup. It's on the video games, it's on commercials.
Yo.
Like,
Yo, that's definitely a theme song.
he had his chance. It wasn't time. It didn't really work out. He waited. It came back around
And
for him
everybody got
because
their
he held
time,
it down.
Right.
Everybody got their time. You just
That's
gotta
true.
be patient and wait your turn.
That's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely. But I think people are so caught up in what people think about them and what other people that are not even relevant to what they're trying to do are doing, that they don't pay attention to the stories of success that's in the vein of what they're trying to accomplish.
Nah, people on, and then too, as this on the fan perspective, they only seen the finished product. So they
Right, they
think
don't
this
see the work
happened
that go in.
overnight. You don't understand the work that these artists put in.
Probably
Granted,
don't respect it.
you have some plants
Right.
that might just get like, you know what I mean? Like a little elevated
Couple
way past
layups,
others.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? You cherry picking a little bit, bro, but it's cool. You feel me? But they really don't understand how much work we really put behind this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you running around doing this, man, you see the same people all the time.
Yeah.
And which means that they're constantly working because you don't see them every time they go out.
And it's a
Right.
stigma, though. It's a stigma just being a rapper, yo. It ain't looked at as nothing like lucrative, I guess, at this point. If people don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like people look at it as if like, oh, you just another like, you know what I mean? Somebody that's got a pipe dream or that type of vibe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and people always hold you up next to Lil Wayne. You'll never be Wayne. What you?
I ain't trying to be him. I'm
Like,
trying
why
to
I
be
gotta
Sam.
be-
You feel
why I
me? I'm
gotta
trying
be
to be
that?
ill. Whoever I'm trying to be.
It's like if I couldn't go to the Lakers, I wasn't supposed to go overseas and get the couple 100,000.
Right.
Like
what I'm
I'm still
saying?
support
Right.
my family off this.
Right.
Like
Right.
we good.
And it's like, yo, they print money. They print this and
It's
like-
around.
you got rappers like Little Beer, you got all these people who find these little pockets and business in general,
Right.
and they capitalize off of it, no matter if it's quality or not, no matter if they got long shelf life or not, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta figure out what you good at, I feel like, and then really move with it. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely,
really willing to really take that risk.
but that's what your brand is.
Yeah.
You build your brand around what you believe in and what you can work.
Yeah.
And I think that with the internet making it so easy for everybody to have a shot, the one thing that's going to be consistent is consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could try to come out and be the bass guy, but if you ain't Travis with it,
Yeah.
it don't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
over.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't matter
Yeah.
because you really have to exemplify that
Yeah.
all the way because we seen it.
Yep.
Right.
We seen it. You going
There's
to come do it
billions of
again?
people in the world. It's like, yo, you just gotta figure out where people love your shit at, and then just
Right.
go there.
Because there's somebody
Right.
just like you in every neighborhood.
They got Spotify artists. You can, when you got your plays and all that on your listens, they let you know where people listen to your music at.
Right.
So you can kind of meter to attack, like
I
what
get
city
you.
or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What country or whatever. It meters that. So there's no reason, no matter what type of music you make, no matter if it's 1 listen or it's 10 listens, whoever feeling you, that's what you should capitalize
Right.
off of. Who your fan base
For
is.
sure.
And
Know
at
that.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
At that point, it comes down to distribution
Yeah.
because you have to have it available the best way possible
Right.
to as many places as possible.
'Cause-
But you also want to be able to monetize.
Yeah, and that's the thing, as an entrepreneur, as us as being artists, we can't be like, yo, you want my single? Give me $1, I email it to you.
Right. Right.
That look janky. And if it's 1 million people that want your single, how you gonna get that to
So,
Yeah.
and I'm headlining, and I'm negotiating my rider.
Yeah.
It always look better coming from a third party.
No, right,
Sure.
all day.
I mean, it was just honest, real rap.
Yeah.
But this where it get weird, because when it comes to streaming, we making pennies. We giving our music for free. And
We're the only
don't know
genre
how
that's
they
always
even
done that,
metering
though.
it. We don't even know how they metering the streams and how much they making off
I
of each
wondered that
stream or
too.
nothing like that. We only know the information that they give us.
I got a solution,
Yeah,
not for all streaming,
yeah,
but for the YouTube problem.
yeah.
I'm releasing something real soon. By the time this come out,
I
it'll,
want to
it'll
give them
be
the
up.
sauce, bro.
But the domain is there. It's your work network.
Yeah,
and it's actually direct competition with YouTube.
Yeah.
You could do on demand, you could do pay for play, you could upload your own shit, but you'll get paid per subscriber. You won't have to wait till you get 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 viewing up.
Dog, cause you know YouTube kind of like they
Listen
starting to like
what I'm
cut back,
telling you.
Yeah.
and
For
they
a
about
couple
to
dollars
start.
a month,
You know what I
be
mean?
able-
It's about to be
Yeah.
real PG, right? Soon enough.
Well, you know what happened? It's a couple things that happened. Leor Cohen became the president of YouTube. We know who Leor is, which
Right.
makes YouTube a label at this point.
At
sure.
that
But
point.
let's not forget that
Yeah.
all of these things, Facebook, whatever the stream, whatever it is, they were all built to super monetize at a certain point.
Yeah.
But they had to bring in enough people when it was uninterrupted, no commercials, no ads,
Yeah.
and then they flood you
And
with
then
that shit.
Yeah,
And
right.
then they ask you to pay for it while they flood you with it as an excuse not to get flooded with it.
Right.
It's the game. So that was bound to happen. But you also have it where, like, it's so competitive that there's a lot of directors that don't have the quality good enough to get on there at this point. So
Right,
they
right,
can't monetize to get to the level to where they could
You
be the
can't even
next
say
Tyler
certain
Perry or
things. It used
somebody.
to be free.
You can't say nothing. You can't. You know what I mean? I had a video on YouTube for a while that had nudity on it. It amazed me that it stayed up there that long. I think I ain't have enough views. Like, I guess
Gain traction,
nobody's
that's on
paying
it.
me no mind.
Yeah.
But like, it's getting weird now, and it's getting to the point where it's just like Facebook and everything else, where you're just paying somebody to exploit your data, and
Pretty
you're
much.
not getting paid for
That's
it
what I'm
as a
saying.
creative.
That's the
Right.
double-edged sword,
And
being the
creatives should
artist.
get paid for
Because if
being
you really
creative.
want to support the artist, that's the best way. Yo, you want my album? Cash App it to me. I can email it to you. That's the easy direct. Or I got a CD. You can buy it from me personally. Yo, this is my single on this CD or this flash drive. But
My
like I
thing-
said, as a fan looking outside, looking in, like you said, that third-party source always look better
It
just
always look
because
better
of the
to 'em.
programming. You think that means something, but we really getting cheated. You know what I'm saying? We taking the loss.
all
Yeah.
day.
So it's up to the fans too, like that. Like if you really support the artist, then whatever which way they try and go about promoting their music, and you really with them, then you should support that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I believe that wholeheartedly. But like I said, I had a lot of conversations, heard a lot of questions, a lot of
Yeah.
people wanting support on certain things, and it was
Yeah.
like, you know what? The one way to answer everybody's question is to figure out a system that works and just let everybody pay into it.
Yeah.
And we could split ad revenue and so forth and so on. But we have to build something that's the opposite of what they doing, so that we don't be in this. Everybody's
And-
making podcasts.
and-
At some point, it's going to be like, why?
Wow. Yeah.
Because none of y'all is making a coin.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody asking me how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool, I'm figuring it out. But what I figure out, I can share with you this way. I can't
Right.
have all these meetings and keep coming to you every
And
week.
we playing,
right.
yeah.
You
know what
Especially
I
for
mean?
just purely off the love. This is a business I'm running, so
Mhm.
respect my business and respect the
Right.
knowledge that I'm giving you, because like
Sure.
some intellectual property, you know what I mean.
And that's
Other
the
people
thing.
got
That's
to
it.
pay
Once you
for
give
it.
it to
Right
YouTube,
there.
once you upload it to you don't own that shit.
You
It's
give
not
them the
yours.
rights.
You
give
gave
them
them the rights to your video. So if you embed it somewhere else, they still get it.
Right.
With mine, you own it, and you can put it wherever. You can still put it on YouTube if you
Yeah.
want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we ain't gonna make this a commercial because I got commercials coming.
No, and
And
it's
we
the,
gonna get into that.
and that's the thing. But even when we do create a structure, whatever it is, we just when we create it as far as like being in control of the narrative or whatever case may be, we can't really display it on media. We gotta keep it until it's developed and they can't stop it. We gotta keep it quiet. And
That's
that's,
the reason
every
I'm speaking
level.
on it now is because by the time this go out,
I know. I was thinking
No,
the
for
same
sure.
thing.
Like you ain't give them a whole
Yeah.
lot. But I'm saying like when you really
Agreed.
develop it and everybody really start getting on and falling back,
mm-hmm.
it's best to like move like how the Asians
Yeah,
move.
we gotta stop having
You know
our
what I'm
meetings in
saying?
public,
You said
man.
Lil Wayne was one of your favorite rappers, and one of his lines, one of my favorite lines is "Real G's
Is
move a sound
lasagna.
like lasagna." I say that all the time to him. Big donut.
You crazy.
Because it's real though.
It's real, but it's
My
like
mom told me don't talk about it, be about it.
yeah, no,
Absolutely.
correct.
Absolutely. It's
But
all
that's
about
one of them
working.
bars
You
too.
feel me?
Yeah.
I heard one recently was somebody flipped his joint.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's about a rap. So let them know where to follow you at, where to find your music at, how to book you.
Yeah. You can book me at Illadel W57 at Gmail. You can follow me at John Doe TAC. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. You can check out my YouTube, Illadel. Yeah. I appreciate y'all. Downtown Mark on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal.
And how they follow your drummer.
Yeah. BB_Sticks. You can follow my guitar player, Sunny Man Drake, a.k.a. Barry O. You feel me? Shout out my man Josh.
Word.
Yeah. And we got a lot coming up.
That's what it is, man. I like to
Yeah.
hear it. South.
And you know, South is in the building.
You dig.
You can find me on scenemagazine.com. You know, that's your positive platform magazine for everything that you want, but from a positive perspective. I'm also Sunny Brick on Instagram, and on the same magazine. You can find us on all platforms, social media.
That is what it is, man. It's been groovy. Shout out to Kensington Food Co-op for holding us down today. Salute to K for making this happen, man.
Yeah.
Great environment, whole lot of good beer. Salute my guy Ari for pouring up them sips so that they can sip
Shout
with
out
your boy.
Ari holding it
You know
down.
what I mean? Salute the OLF podcast for pulling up. My man Cuddy TV was in this motherfucker. Bricks
Shout out
Beats
Cuddy.
was in here.
Yeah.
Missy the manager was through here, man. The pull
Shout
up
out
is always
Missy.
trill. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
But this has been another episode of Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't Sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together.
Yeah,
And we see y'all next Thursday.
You dig.
Whoa! Let me tell you a little bit about my life story. Couple dollars in the tuck, don't give a fuck. Gas in the truck, gang in the truck, she knows what's up. Let me tell you a little bit about my life story. Couple dollars in the tuck, don't give a fuck. Gas in the truck, gang in the truck, she knows what's up.
Malone, I swear I'm sipping. So let's talk about it. Born with strength, ambition, and purpose. Never walk without it. Plenty trauma for real. Never talk about it. Everybody I know seen ghosts. They leave chalk around. I was epileptic, dyslexic, me. My body tried to box me in. Had to free me. Always knew someone had it worse. Had to be me. So saying fuck y'all, I'ma do me. Free me. What you eat don't make me shit, and you don't feed me. I had real OGs, my nigga, for sheezy. And I done more most of them cats. Please believe me. The path traveled is rough, but wisdom can make it easy. To spot the snakes, sluts, and opportunists mostly. But I don't owe the street shit, my nigga, and they don't owe me. They lived the way out, so even solo, I'm never lonely. Backwoods, remnants of yak stacks, so hold me.
Let me tell you a little bit about my life story. Couple dollars in the tuck, don't give a fuck. Gas in the truck, gang in the truck, she knows what's up. Let me tell you a little bit about my life story. Couple dollars in the tuck, don't give a fuck. Gas in the truck, gang in the truck, she knows
I
what's
swear,
up.
on snowy days, downpour nights, had it on me. Your bitch had it with me, rolling sticky, so come and get me. Tick, call them bags, I'ma call them bags. Had them with me, cause when it lands, Wagwan brethren, get with me. And that was after chopping and bagging and saying fuck it. Stash spots can hold my luggage in vans and trucks. Cases came quick and lawyer fees and so on. So I need more paper, the same trees they grow on. So forth and so on, I'm destined to keep it moving. My skill set steady improving and killing them with this music. Losers ain't on the roster, so winning is all we doing. Me and Little Cuz came a long way since